I'm Melanie Nielsen. This is Yoga with Melonie, and we're going to take some more mobility play. This has been a series of videos that I'm doing where we just take some yoga poses and we're more focusing on more joint mobility and getting into different ranges of motion, exploring movement a little differently, rather than holding the pose as a static pose or trying to work any particular form of alignment in the pose. So it's just about encouraging movement in a variety of ways in our body. So let's come onto the floor, onto our back, and start our series. So as you get here, let's start with just taking the feet a good hips width apart to start with. So kind of a basic bridge position. The arms rest down by the sides of the body, and do at first a little bit of pelvic tilting. So we arch the back, our pubic bone goes down, we flatten the back, pubic bone to the sky. And there's a little bit of movement of the spine. And now can we take the tail movements and go side to side with them? Like we're just kind of brushing our tail on the ground. And then try to circle your tail. Or I always like to say circle-like motions. So whatever comes out in your attempt to make a circle. And then we're going to reverse the circle. And let's rest that. And now slowly lift your hips up into bridge. And this does not have to be the highest bridge you've ever done, because I want to take the pelvis and kind of sway it side to side, swinging the pelvis. Now, as you do that, now as you sway to one side, send the knee out longer on that side. So it's stretching a bit longer than the bottom knee. And then you sway and you stretch, you sway and you stretch. And then back down, deep breaths in, full breaths out. Do a rolling up and a rolling down of the spine. So it might be a light flattening of the back, lifting your hips up off the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae off the ground, and then rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae back towards the floor. And do a handful more of those. If you want to add more to it, you could float your arms up as you come up and then roll back down. Floating the arms up as the hips come up as an option and then rolling back down. Or just lifting hips and lowering down. And again. And then let's change our position of our lower half of our body. Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch each other. So we're more in a bound angle position, the outer edges of the feet on the ground, and then lift up what we can and back down. Last one. And playing with that same theme, let's take the feet out wide and the knees in a little bit. Do the amount that feels comfortable for you and lift up and back down. If your knees are not liking that motion, of course, you could just bring it more to neutral. Up and down, up and down. And one more. Then let's take our feet wide and the toes pointing out, the knees pointing out and lifting up and lowering down. And rising up and down, up and down, up and down. A few more. Last one. Then bring our feet and knees to touch each other and rise up what we can and back down. One last one. Then take what I call robot arms, the fingers to the sky, elbows on the ground, and bring the feet back to that hips width apart distance, and send your right leg to the sky. And breathe in, lift up the hips, and exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale up, exhale, lower. And again, inhale up, exhale, lower. Touch down, catch your breath. The other side, left leg goes up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale, and last one. Inhale, exhale. Touch back down, catch the breath again. Let's bring the right leg back up again. Lift your hips up and then slowly take the foot across the body. I'm going to keep the hips relatively in position as they were to start. Then come up, bring the foot down, lower the pelvis down. Then we'll send the left leg straight, lift the hips. We'll take the foot across the body, keeping the hips pretty level. Come up, foot down, lower down. Now let's do that 2 more times. So right leg goes up. We're going to lift the hips. So keep the hips pretty neutral and just take the foot across. Come up, back foot down, and you down. Now the left leg goes up, goes across, goes up, foot down, you down. Right leg up, across, up, down, you down. The other side, up, across, up, down, you down. Hug the knees into the chest, do nice little circles around the lower back. Reverse the direction. And then gently roll to one side, make your way back upright. I hope you enjoyed this session with the bridge pose. There'll be more to come. You could also follow me on Patreon, where I have full-length classes and other educational tidbits. And I hope to see you soon, and be well.